Hi, it's 5 o'clock and it's taken me all day to kind of get myself sorted. Not had a particularly grand day at all. I'm just going to shut the window because it's freezing. But generally, that's my life at the minute. My Parkinson's fluctuates so greatly. I can, be like Superwoman one day and then the next minute be like a woman who's like unable to bloody well even put her knickers on. It's ridiculous, but 14 years of symptoms with 20 years before that of it depleting my dopamine supply, and yes, I can expect to be not 100% and firing on all cylinders all the time, but it really gets me. The drugs are very much hit and miss. And when people say to me, "Oh, you don't take any tablets, Poppy," or shit like that, I want to punch them. Because the simple fact of the matter is the drugs haven't got a lifetime of efficacy. They've got about up to 10 years, and that's where I'm hitting. So I'm in an egg timer, basically, and I thought GDNF was the answer, and it certainly did do me a world of good. Anyone who wants to see my PET scans, well, I would like to see my PET scans, but I know I had significant neurone regrowth. But, that's by the by, because we're not getting it anymore. I still haven't had my plumbing removed, mind, and it's staying in until the last moment. So, recently, this week, I was sent loads and loads and loads of a brilliant clip of DBS, a DBS patient who was actually a Bristol patient, because I recognised the nurse, who, a snapshot of how it affected his tremor. Firstly, I have no tremor. GDNF sorted my tremor. My tremor is gone. It's not a problem. My problem is slowness and stiffness when I go off. And when I say slowness and stiffness, it's not just being... It's being not able to walk. It's losing your balance because you do these stupid little these footsteps called festination, which I'll show you. I'll do a little demonstration. You do this, and you tiptoe forward and nearly fall flat on your face, and you feel like a right twat. It's horrible. It's scary, especially when you need the toilet in the middle of the night and you're going to wet yourself. And people actually laugh. Friends and family can actually laugh. And I feel like batting them because it's horrible. But they don't even get it. So what are we doing wrong? We're not making people... Are we being too brave? Are we being too British? Are we being too... Pete, you said we're invisible. Well, why are we invisible? I don't do anything, I wouldn't say I'm invisible, yet they're not hearing us. Nobody is freaking hearing us. We need to be heard. We need to do something. So I urge you, my Parky people, we need to get together. We need to get together and we need to shout for urgency. Because if they can make a flipping, dolly the sheep out of, clone a sheep or grow an ear out of a stem cell or a new liver or whatever, if they can put stuff into my brain that makes my dopamine neurons sprout, like baby bio and baby tomatoes, that was the analogy I was given, and it to make such a huge difference to me, you can't tell me that there's nothing better in the offing at the minute. And also, I personally think a lot of it lies in our lifestyle, and that we've got massive inflammation. We need to look at our diets. We need to have proper dietary advice, nutritional advice and support from day one, because we want to hang on to the bit of dopamine we've got left. So instead of telling patients to go away, not Google and not educate and empower yourself, that needs to change. We need to have exercise classes that, high impact, that make a difference. Get people skipping ropes when they're diagnosed, for God's sake. And a juicer. I don't know. How can we expect to be better with a load of toxic pills? because they just make me worse. Sometimes when I take my tablets, I'm even worse than but when I don't. But then, I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. I just think nobody's listening, and I'm sick to death of putting on a brave face, of pretending I'm alright, of making excuses when I have a bad day, like, it's because I'm eating too much protein, it's because I'm fat, I've been a greedy pig and eating chocolate, or I'm blaming myself. What am I blaming myself for? I didn't ask for this, but that's not the issue. I don't feel sorry for myself. I feel in many ways blessed, but I feel very frustrated. And when I think what the future holds, it's a very, very scary place. I haven't got a future as it stands. So, even though it's shit today, it's going to get a whole lot shitter. Unless a miracle happens. And I do believe in miracles. I have faith. But it's hard. So, Parky people, we need to have a revolution. We need to do something. And it's in our hands. And Martin, you're right, it's in our hands, and the time is now.